and welcome to Math Made Easy with BONOLO. In this lesson, we'll be doing Mathematics Paper 1 NCS for 2018. This is South African curriculum. Okay. The lesson objective of this specific video is to do question 1 exam paper. So because the question paper takes 3 hours, I just did question 1. The next video will be question 2, question 3 until question 11. So in this video, we are only doing question 1. So do subscribe so that you can be able to get question 2, question 3 until we finish the whole paper, right? As I said, this is grade 12 paper. It's paper 1 and it's from February, March 2018, and it's a 3-hour paper, right? So when you start the exam, you see instructions. So you can pause the video and read the instructions about what you need to do in the exam. So I will highlight the calculator. So basically you can use a scientific calculator, and I recommend a Casio. They're not paying me to say this, but yeah, I recommend a Casio calculator, and it must be non-programmable and non-graphical. Okay, cool. So let's get to the first question that you will see in your question paper. Okay, so this is how question 1 looks from the real question paper that you will get. So I'll be going through each question, solving it, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be understanding how you can get your first 26 marks for your paper 1. All right, let's start with the first one. They're saying solve for x. So this is a quadratic equation, and therefore you'll say, I'll write the question again, x squared minus 6x minus 16 is equal to 0. So what you need to do is to open your two brackets to factorize equal to 0. You find factors of x, it's x and x. Okay, find factors of 16 in such a way that when you add them, they will give you 6. So factors of 16, it is 8 and 2, right? The biggest number takes the sign of the middle sign. So it will be minus and plus. So therefore, x is equal to minus 2, or x is equal to 8. Right. So if you are in an exam and you don't know if you are correct, take your Casio calculator and then press mode, press 5, then press 3. From that, you can put your coefficient, which is 1, -6, and -6, and -16, and you will get your factors as -2 and 8. That's how you know that you are correct. Let's go to the second question. The second question, 1.12, they're saying to you, solve this. So it's still finding x, and they say correct to 2 decimal places. So because they said 2 decimal places, you just know that it's not going to be a straight factorizing. So you need to use what we call a quadratic equation. So x quadratic formula, I meant to say, minus b plus minus the square root b squared minus 4ac. This is divided by 2a. And you should know that this is a, this is b, and this is c. So you will put your values into the formula. So minus b will be minus 7. Oh, okay, plus minus the square root of b, so it will be 7 squared, minus 4, what is the value of a, multiplied by 2, multiplied by the value of c, it's negative 1, multiplied by negative 1. Okay, we divide this by 2a, so our a is 2 multiplied by 2, right? So you will get two x values because we said plus minus. So the first one, you put it in the calculator, everything that you see, okay? And you will put a plus first. After then, you get your answer. Then you put minus first. So don't put both answers. I've got this question where students were asking me, how do I put plus or minus? So because I don't want to waste time, I don't want to write two separate equations. So you will say x is equal to, or x is equal to. So you're expecting two answers. Then you take your calculator. Right, so I'm taking my calculator right now. You put minus 7 plus the square root of 7 squared minus 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by negative 1 divided by 2 multiplied by 2, right? This will give you 0.1. They said 2 decimal places, so you'll say 4, okay? And then you will change the sign to minus so that you get the other answer. It will be minus negative 3.63. Right, so we are done with this question. If you do this, you will get your full 4 marks. Okay, let's come to the next question. They said list all the integers that are a solution for this question, right? You need to list all the integers that are a solution to this question. So as we can see, it's still quadratic, and this is the difference of two squares. So we have x squared minus 25 is less than 0. Factors of x is x and x. Factors of 25, it's 5 multiplied by 5. Okay, so you will just open your two brackets, less than 0. You put x and you put x. So it will be plus 5 minus 5. Okay, if you want me to do a series where I teach you difference of two squares, I will do it soon. I'm planning to do as many topics as I can in math. All right? So now you need to present your solution. Okay, you can use a timeline, you can use a graph. So here you will say that your x value is between negative 5 and 5. Okay, so it is between negative 5 and 5. That's where your solution is. In a number line, it will be like something like this, where you have negative 5 this side and you have positive 5 the other side. Okay, so here you will just make a circle on top of this one, and then another circle on top of that one. Right. So your number line would look something like that. If you like, you can use, because this is a quadratic, you can use a quadratic graph to draw it. So if you do quadratic, it will be, this will be your intercepts. Okay, minus 5 and 5. So I did not draw to scale, but hope you get the idea of what you need in order to present your solution, and you will get your 4 marks. So you can also write your solution as, because they said list all the integers, so you can write the numbers that are between minus 5. It will be minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also do a list to represent your solution. All right, now we get to the next question, and this is a simultaneous equation because they want you to find x and y. Okay, so we'll take the both two equations and say minus 2y plus x is equal to negative 1. So this is your first equation. And then your second equation is x squared minus 7 minus y squared is equal to minus y. So now you are going to change, this will be your second equation. Now you are going to change and make x the subject of the formula here. So you can just say x will be equal to 2y. So I added 2y on both sides. Okay, minus 1. So I will call this equation 3. So I will take my equation 3 and put it into equation 2. So I'll put my equation 3 into equation 2. So where I see x, I put 2 minus 1. So it will be 2y minus 1 squared minus 7 minus y squared is equal to 1. Okay, so all I did was to put the equation in here. So I will expand this. When I expand this, it will be 2y minus 1 and then 2y minus 1 minus 7 minus y squared is equal to, okay, so this is minus y is equal to minus y. Now, I am going to FOIL this one, multiply out the bracket to simplify this. So FOIL method, this multiply by that multiply by that, and then this will give me 4y squared plus 2y. Oh, it will be minus 2y. Yeah. Sorry about that. So 2 multiplied by 2, it's 4y squared. 2 multiplied by minus, it's minus 2y. And then minus 2y again. And then plus 1 minus 7 minus y squared. Let me bring the other y to the other side. Also, it will be plus y equal 0. Now I need to add the like terms. I will add the like terms. Okay, because of space, I have to remove the question. So I'll just write the last step that I wrote on the previous one. That's the last step we're on. Now we're going to do like terms, add the like terms, and get the answer. So when I add minus 4 minus y, I get 3y squared. When I add minus 2 plus 1, I get minus 3y. And then last, when I add 1, I'll just use the same color. 1 and 7, I get minus 6 equal to 0. So I can divide everything by 3 because I can see it's a common factor. Then I will get y squared minus, okay, when I divide by 3, because it's a common factor, then I will have y squared minus 3 minus y, because I'll divide it by 3, minus 2 is equal to 0. Then I can factorize. It will be y and y, 2 and 1, minus and plus. So your factors will be y is equal to negative 1 or y is equal to 2. Now I have minus 1 and I have 2 for my y values. So to find x, I can just put the values of y on the first equation. Okay, so I will just substitute on this value. So it will be x is equal to 2y minus 1 equal to 2, when I substitute 1, negative 1 here, minus 1, it will give me minus 3, and then when I put the second y, which is 2 here, so x will be negative 3 and s will be 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1, it will give me positive 3. Alright, that was a long one, guys, but I hope you do understand and I hope you will subscribe to get more answers. Let's move to the next question. So in this question, they say evaluate the answer. So there are different ways of doing this, but my favorite one is whereby you take out the common factor. So I will say what's common between 3 2018 and 3 to the exponent 2016. So it will be 3 to the exponent 2016. So it will be 3 2 0 1 6. What's left when I remove that here? It will be 3 to the exponent 2, right? Plus, here I'll be left with 1. Now, in the denominator also, if you can separate this, it will be 3 to the exponent 2016 multiplied by 3 to the exponent 1. So here you can just cancel this, cancel that. So 3 to the exponent 2 is 9 plus 1. It will give you 10 over 3 to the exponent 1 is 3. So this is your final answer. Now let's come to 1.5, which is our last question for question 1. So in this one, they say given that t of x is equal to the square root of 3 to the exponent 5, mean 3x minus 5 divided by 3 by x minus 3. Oh my god. Okay. So they say for which values of x will this expression be real? So you need to tell us where will this expression be real. So we will take the top first, what's inside, and take the bottom. So for the top one, we'll say 3x minus 5 must be greater than or equal to 0. And then we'll say x must not be equal to 3. Because if it's equal to 3, then it will make our whole function undefined if we put that. Okay? So we want where it will be real. So now I can solve for x here. It will be 3x is greater than or equal to 5. We divide both sides by 3. X will be greater than or equal to 5 over 3. And x must not be equal to 3. Now we are doing the last part of the question, which is solving for x if t is equal to 1. So you have to work with the whole equation, this one. So you say 3x minus 5 divided by x minus 3 is equal to 1. All right. Now we'll multiply both sides by x minus 3. We'll have the square root of 3x minus 5 is equal to x minus 3. Okay, so we want to remove the square root. We square both sides. This will give us 3x minus 5 is equal to, we expand this, x minus 3 and then x minus 3, right? Now we have to FOIL this to get our answer. It will give us x squared minus 6x plus 9. I got it by saying x multiplied by x is x squared, x multiplied by 3 is minus 3, and then again minus 3. I added them, I got minus 6, and then 3 multiplied by 3 will give me 9. This is 3x minus 5. So I will equate everything to 0, equal to 0, and then I will add the like terms. This will give me x squared for this one, and then minus 9x, because I have minus 6 and minus 3, and then plus 14. I get 14 because I said 9 and 5, it gives me 14, right? Now I can do my two brackets using mode 5-3 equal 0 will be x and x. Factors of 14, it's 7 and 2. There'll be the same sign because our 14 is positive. It will be minus and minus. So x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 7. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and you will subscribe. Please subscribe And then I hope you get all your 26 marks when it comes to question 1. And then please check my Facebook page, Math Made Easy with BONOLO. Check me also on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Goodbye.